Justin Roberts starts the show and introduces Jim Ross, who comes out to a big ovation, and he is on for the entire 2-hour broadcast. And did it surprise you at all that they ended up like here? That obviously this would be the show that you want to use JR. Did you think that AEW would have any hesitancy, quite frankly, with the accusations by Devon Dudley, if this would be a good decision or not of using Jim Ross at this point? Like, Devon has just like doubled down on these comments. He is very forthright in, these incidents that, Jim Ross for his side has completely denied. But this was, this follow-up video just happened to come out today as well.
Yeah. So maybe we should just like let people in on even that. So yeah, a new video came up on Devon's YouTube channel where he spoke to Maven about Jim Ross's response essentially to the story initially coming out, and Devon went into very specific detail about 2 instances in which he experienced racism.
Very specific
Jim
about
Ross.
the 2 incidents. One at WWF New York, where he claimed that Jim Ross was drunk, and then another where this was in catering at a taping in Indianapolis, and this is the one he speaks about where Heyman was there, Tommy Dreamer was there, Spike Dudley was there, that he said that there were witnesses of.
Yeah. So it is a gray area. That said, though, I think for AEW, it's a gray area, but in listening to Devon, I believe Devon. I don't believe this man is making this up, right? But if you're AEW, at this, you have to think about this. At this point, Jim Ross is, I would say, not just some sort of legend in the business, but like somebody who's probably considered some part of Tony's, the company's family, right? So
Yep.
I wouldn't expect them to just based off of what some may consider inconclusive evidence to just shun him away, especially in his own hometown. I wouldn't expect that. But it's a bit of a tricky one, but I still continue to really want the people that Devon has named to back him up. Tommy Dreamer, what do you have to say about this? Paul Heyman, not that I necessarily expect Heyman to, speak up that, but Spike, these are people that I think.
I mean, Dreamer and Bubba are the ones they have a platform and they have access to confirm or deny what they saw firsthand. Bubba being witness to both of them as well. Devon, to me, he is very, very specific in all of these instances. And again, this was not him just throwing this up. He was, if you watch that first video with Maven, he did not want to say Jim Ross's name. He was not even he was responding to a question, and you can see it was getting pulled out of him by Bubba and Maven to, say the name and stuff. It was not like he was just trying to volunteer this or just do something for attention. If that's what you want to think this is a guy that was he has been very, very specific about these incidents. And, quite frankly, he's stating that there were witnesses to it as well. So, where you want to land on this, you weren't an eyewitness to be there. One says it didn't happen. The other is, very forthright in stating it did, and it happened on 2 occasions.
Yeah. But, at the very least, as it stood tonight, certainly to this audience in Tulsa, which probably maybe if you did show,
he was not going to get a negative reaction.
Never
in Tulsa.
But let's talk about other places, if you wanted to advertise a Jim Ross appearance. I mean, how big is this story going to get? This, it's only been kind of dug back up as of today. When Jim Ross made his response to it, I felt like that was, it allowed for enough reasonable doubt for people to maybe accept his side of things. It made things inconclusive. With Devon speaking up with a bit more detail about both incidences, does that change things at all for other cities?
I don't know. I don't know if this is going to cross over to be something that it's first of all, I don't know how much we're going to be seeing Jim Ross, for instance. Would he, I could see some places it's, I don't know. I don't have a good sense of like how big of a story this has become to people that are just on the periphery that are aware of this or not aware of it. Like certainly it's out there for wrestling fans. Would that translate to any kind of negative reaction to Jim Ross at these shows? Like it certainly was not the case tonight, for instance, but I didn't expect it to be either. I think it was important to at least note and bring this up because it was, front of mind for people. Throughout the month of January, you have the chance to lock in your subscription at the Post Wrestling Cafe for all of 2026 before the price increase takes effect February the 1st. Simply sign up before February 1st and you will lock in that price all year long. If that's not enough, this month we have the annual Best and Worst of show as we get together with the Poison Rana crew to look back at 2025. We're also doing live watch-alongs of the Royal Rumbles from 1990 and 1995 with Brandon from New Jersey, a retrospective on the Tanahashi-Okada rivalry, plus reaction to Wrestle Kingdom 20, a review of TNA's debut on AMC, and much more, including TNA Genesis, UFC 324. It's all found at postwrestlingcafe.com.